I want to be known as the best, and for sure. But then I kind of don't like it when, like I was playing in the No Limit yesterday, right, and have a chance at Player of the Year, and everybody else goes out. So I have to finish first or second for Player of the Year. Maybe this was like 12 hours ago or something. But anyway, I had this shot, and Jared was at my table, you know, and Jared's, oh my God, Phil's the greatest. Blesnick. He's like, and we all know Jared to be a really great player. It's like, Phil's the greatest. You fucking idiots don't understand what he's doing. I watched the pump, pump. Then bets 100,000 on me against somebody else in the middle of the tournament, and I don't want to hear that. I love Jared. Thank you, brother, for the compliments. But I want to be thinking, okay, it's No Limit Hold'em. I want to sit in my seat. I tried to turn the music up as loud as I could because I just want to focus. What do I need to do to win this tournament right now? What do I need to do to play perfectly the next 5 minutes? What do I need to do to make it to the end of the day? What do I need to do? Because I'm on, right? I'm on as I've ever been. And so it's a matter of and then all that distraction. So, you know, it's particularly distracting when it comes from great players. So you want their respect. You probably don't want to be hearing about it. You know, I was with Michael Jordan once. We're in Miami at this nightclub, and we're standing side by side. We're the only two guys dancing. All you motherfuckers are afraid to dance. You fucking guys just go to the club and just stand there like this.
I dance.
But Jordan and I are dancing. We feel like we're the greatest. And I look at him and I'm go, yo, MJ, you are the greatest. And it's 1 a.m. It's a mansion we're at the club, and Holifield's with us. All these fucking superstars are there, and he stops me. You're the greatest, because he doesn't want praise. Praise is so fucking corrosive. When great people tell you you're great, it's you don't want it. Like you crave it, but they give it to you, and it fucks with your head. It's a mind fuck. And dealing with that mind fuck, I've gotten better and better. And I said, no, let me finish. And I said, yo, MJ, you have 6 world championships, but I have 9, motherfucker. And then he slapped me, gave me a high five, and then we started laughing.
This was a while ago, because you got 16.
This was a long time ago. I don't know, maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever, I had 9 or 10, but it was a long time ago. But praise is fucking corrosive, and it gets to your head. So the beautiful thing for me is this.
Yeah.
You have a whole generation of players that think they're playing perfect.
Yeah.
And they're not. And I know it, but only 4 or 5 people know it on the planet. So it's great for me. I don't want them to learn. I don't want to be on any streams anymore. I really don't.
Yeah.
I want to be on streams when I'm filming with my friends, when we're filming No Limit Hold'em. That's great, because I don't want to be on these fucking streams. I don't want them to see what I'm doing, because now they're starting to say, oh my God, you know, we didn't give Phil enough credit. You know what they should have done 20 years ago and 10 years ago? I said, wow, what is he doing right? When I came into poker, I studied Jack Keller. I studied the great players. I'm like, all right, what's he doing that I'm not doing? To learn. These idiots not only don't study me, they're like, this was a bad play, this was a bad play, this was a bad play. And if I sat down with them one-on-one, I could tell them exactly why I did what I did. And they'd be like, oh my God, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't want that. I want the credit, but I don't want them to get better. First of all, I always wish I wouldn't have said it. Always, I feel that way, right?
Okay.
But there's a community now. Rast and I were talking about this. It's a community. It's like 120 people that all play the 10Ks together. There's a real community. I think everybody felt closer this year. There's a lot of bonding going on. And I'm just the guy that has a bad temper and cries too much, but then 3 minutes later, we'll ask you about your wife. So they all love me.
Right.
It feels really nice. I'm loved by the 100 high limit tournament players that I play with all the time. They all love me. When I was going crazy at the Zeno final table, he texted me. We were texting back and forth. I said, you played great, right? People don't know that. They think that I was mad at Zeno or something. You know?
Right.
I was fucking tilted that he went a little crazy with the diamond draw and got there, right? And it was very tilting for me. And so I went off a little bit.
Right.
Or a lot of it in that case. But there's this community that loves me. So it was like 2 days ago, I was going off a little bit, and it was remarkable that exactly 1 minute later, the guy and I were talking and laughing and fist bumping and high fiving. So the poker community knows that's just me not being able to control myself. Now that you talk about, fake news, right? Fake news is where you see Phil Hellmuth doing that, and you don't understand the effect it has on the people around him. Instead people are like, oh my God, he's the worst for poker, blah, blah, blah. You ask these 100 guys,
that's not,
they all want to be at my table.
It's good for poker.
But they all want to be at my table too. All the
Actually.
Amateurs, all the pro, they all want to be with me because I'm going to have fun and I'm going to laugh and I'm going to joke and I have a lot of charisma and personality.
Yeah.
And not bragging, I just have some personality.
Let's talk about like a higher echelon of poker player, like guys that both you and I know. We don't need to name names,
10K6
but they're using, these guys are clearly using solvers. They have their private groups, whatever. I mean, them, like more like the high roller crowd. I don't know. I feel like a lot of those guys got a lot better from where they were 7 years ago.
I think they've all gotten better.
Yeah.
But there's still certain assumptions that they make, especially the GTO stuff. I thought was not the best, right? Now people are starting to get away from GTO, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was so funny to have all these clowns. Well, I'm going to say it. These motherfuckers come after me. All these clowns playing GTO and me just going, wow, that is a ridiculous way to play poker. And have all these clowns tell me how bad I was at No Limit Hold'em. It was just, there's such an irony there.
Against Adam in the 10K dealer's choice.
The only time I got tired.
I would have thought that you would have picked No Limit Hold'em, heads up, especially having played some heads up.
I watched that actually. I watched that heads up.
But I don't believe you had picked that. Are you happy having picked? I think you were picking like Badusi.
I told Mike,
or Badesi or whatever.
Listen, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
We played. I woke up that morning and I said, "Wow, I'm going to win." I didn't have that many chips. There were like 14 left. I said, "Wow, I'm going to win." And then just boom, I got all the way to 4.2 million. And I think he had 1.3 million. And all of a sudden, I just got tired, and it's brutal, and everybody could see it. Mike's like, oh, I see it in your eyes. I couldn't even carry on a conversation. He asked me at one point in the match, he said, oh, who are the guys who you remember you finished second to? And I couldn't even process the question. I was like, ooh, let me focus on this hand. And he asked me another question. So after just playing fucking dead strong alert and getting to 4.2 million, I got tired. And Mike's like, drink a brain fuel. And I realized, all right, it's going to keep me up 10 hours. But if I finish first or second, I'm not sleeping for 10 hours anyway.
Yeah.
So I slammed the brain fuel. I went to the bathroom. I asked Mike Matusow to slap me across the face. Again, I said, slap me as hard as you can.
No way.
Whack!
Oh, where's that content?
No, I felt
see that.
No, I felt some pain. And I'm like, oh my God, that woke me up. So between the brain fuel, now I came back. And now I was back 80% to where I should be.
Okay.
And then it just so happened that I lost every pot. And in his interview, he said, yeah, I had it every time against Phil the last half an hour. I have this knowledge. I think I have the best knowledge base in the poker world. I think, and I told Mike that at the beginning of the trip, I said, Mike, I'm the best all-around poker tournament player in the world. He said, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I said, well, just watch. And then, boom, I got there in every game. And I improved in every game, too. There were things I didn't know. I played triple draw for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, some eye-opening stuff was taught to me. And then I played pot limit Omaha, and some eye-opening stuff was taught to me. And then I played, and so every game I improved. The only performance I didn't like was my stud performance. And then I think pot limit and the Omaha 8 or better maybe could have made one or two different plays. But I just felt like, oh my God, every table I felt I was the best player.
Right.
I'm the best pot limit Omaha player today. I'm the best at this. I'm the best at this. And for sure the best Raz player. There's a bunch of other great players there, but I mean, no one's done even close to what I've done. And so every day I felt like I'm the best player, except the stud and the Omaha 8 or better. I never got going.
Yeah.
I'm going to win a bunch of Omaha 8 or better tournaments.
It's a fun game.
Because that's the most misunderstood game.